Hello, party people, and welcome back to the third look at Eldorath Starbane, one of the Eldar warlords from the retired but beautiful and perfect game Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, which allowed you to have big, crunchy, tactical battles just using cards, decks of cards in the Warhammer 40,000 universe instead of having to invest all your disposable income into figurines and new codexes. Anyway, in the third installment of these videos, I typically just deal out a theoretical hand solo and show you how I might deploy it against an enemy. But as it turns out, and you heard him as the Allfather in previous episodes, I also call him the chaplain now, but that's another story. He decided to get a toe in the water the last time we were over here. We got a couple beers in us, and he's like, I'm ready. So we actually queued up an honest-to-God battle and got 3 planets in before we got drunk and just started listening to hip-hop, and then it got late. You know how we are. But anyway, here's what happened. Eldorath Starbane, that's him on the right, is the leader of my squad. And he runs an army that's heavily centered on exhausting and taking advantage of exhausted enemy units. See how the enemy is over there laying on their sides? That's not good against Starbane. Running an economy so we can get out lots of nasty elites, such as that mighty Wraith Knight and that wailing Wraith Fighter. And a couple notes about my enemy in this game. I am having to contend with a tendril of the Great Devourer's Hive Fleet. In this case, the parasite of Mortrex from the Tyranids faction. They're just gigantic swarms of specialized biomorphs, each with their own sort of weaponry and function, that arrive in hive fleets so big they block out the sun, and their MO is pretty simple. They kill everybody and then eat everything. Like everything. So, what happened here? Early in the game, Starbane had a very good income of cards and money, so I was able to get a pretty mean force. As you know, during the game, you contend with each other for a series of planets. And the winner is the first one who captures planets with 3 matching objectives on them. As you see, I won at Taurus, thereby locking down a red technological objective and a green military strongpoint. And the chaplain snagged a Varn, which is one of the rare triples. So he did his job. Strategically, of course, I have an advantage. I've played the game hundreds of times, and this was his first time ever seeing it. Mechanically, he got down what the deck was supposed to do. As you can see, he's already seeded the entire sector with termagant units. Those little bastards who are made to become bigger bastards by buffing them with other key units. And he's also used Mortrex's side effect to good purpose, because look at that. See those savage parasites attached to not 1, not 2, but 3 of my units? Those things basically slow kill their hosts. And when the host dies, they don't even leave. They just reattach themselves to another host and keep eating. Tyranids, not fun. So so we've each captured a planet, and we're about to throw down for control of Atrox Prime. Now in this one, the Tyranids are going to get rinsed, as I have some powerful units ready, and he has sort of an expeditionary force who is exhausted, not ready to fight. This one's going to be a slaughter. And of course, my economy ran very well in the early going, which is something he couldn't have controlled. However, it would have been interesting to see had he been able to get some of those parasites out earlier and had been a less awkward flop of planets for him. I'd probably be in a little more trouble, but as it stands, one other thing not in his favor. And this is something that will come with experience. As you can see, I've laid 5 damage on his warlord in an earlier engagement. So if I manage to bloody that warlord, that'll also be another way that he'll have to fight off his back foot, because then it'll go to its bloodied side, and if you give all the damage to the bloodied side, that's it. You've met the second victory condition, which is kill the opponent's warlord. So as it is, looks like the Eldar are at big strength, but boy, in his later planets, what happens if he's able to lay out more conditions and then get an honest-to-God swarm going with some of those termagants? My glide path to victory might have a couple bumps in it, but there you go. Space elves versus aliens on roids here in the Traxxas sector, my favorite place. This is the last Eldorath Starbane video we're going to do. And in the next series, I'm going to introduce you to a new warlord, a new scheme, and a new set of thorny tactical problems. May you fight long and well.